僕を連れて進め泥だらけのその通りをこわばる心震える手は掴みたいものがあるそれだけさ夜の匂いに空に何でも変わっていけるのは自分自身だけそれだけさ強くなれる理由を知った僕を連れて進めどうしたって消せない夢も止まれない今も誰かのために強くなれるならありがとう悲しみよ世界に打ちのめされて守る意味を知ったグレーの花よ咲き遅れ運命を照らして
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening to my beloved lecturer Asir Muhammad Noor and also to my fellow classmates. Okay, so today we're going to present to you about the form analysis in the badminton. So, according to the presentation that we're going to go through even further, okay, what we can get from the presentation is the introduction of the badminton, what is the badminton, who is the opponent, what kind of match that we choose, and the second one is the objective of our study, the performance indicator that we choose, the frequency table, sequential diagrams, and also the conclusion and what can we get from the analysis of the badminton match. So, the match that we choose for this performance analysis in the badminton is the BWF World Tour Semi-Final Match 2019 between the Indonesian pair, the famous one, the minions that we call as Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo and his partner Marcus Fernando Gideon against the Japanese Kryptonite, which is Endo Hayakawa and Yuta Watanabe from Japan. So, who is Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo and Marcus Gideon Fernaldi? Okay. Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo and Marcus Fernaldi Gideon is a professional men's double badminton player from Indonesia, and they are the former world number 1. So both of these players is currently ranked as the world number 2 according to the BWF, which is the Badminton World Federation. So this pair has won many of the major tournaments and was awarded the best male player of the year by the BWF back in the 2018. And one of the major tournaments that has won is the All England Championship in the 2019. So in the HSBC World Tournament World Final, this pair finished in the 3rd place. Okay, both of these players is family known as the Minion due to their small physically size, but they were also famous for their terrific attacking style of play and interception style of play. So both of these players has their own unique characteristic. So for example is Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, who was the playmaker of this pair, and he was famously known for his fast movement and anticipation around the court. His fast movement caused the difficulty for his opponent to counter or react towards his attacking style of play. And as for his partner Gideon is family known for his powerful and sharp smashes. Together, this pair has formed as also known as one of the unformidable force in the badminton era nowadays. It's all about the Indonesian pair, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo and Marcus Fernando Gideon. So now we proceed to the next opponent, which is the Japanese pair, Endo Hayakawa and Yuta Watanabe. Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe are a professional men's double badminton player from Japan. This pair is currently ranked as world number 5 according to BWF. Okay, throughout their recent partnership, they has pair since 2019, which can consider as a new pair for the badminton world. This pair has won more than 100 of matches, and their best achievement was come in this tournament that has been selected to analyze as they finished second in the HSBC BWF World Tour Final 2019. Okay, this pair is family known for his nickname as the Kryptonite, as this pair can be as the kryptonite for the big name in the badminton of the top seeder in the badminton. This pair also known as the underdog because there has no seeded ranking for them. However, they managed to upset the top seeded. So both of these players has their own unique style of play, as this player or this pair can consider as the complete package for the men's double badminton player, as both of these pair has played with the left-handed and right-handed. Hiroyuki Endo, the right-handed, was famously known for his attacking and defensive skill, and also being called as the wall of the badminton due to his solid defensive skill. As for the Watanabe, who is the left-handed, he is famously known for his deceptive drop shot and fast movement around the court, and his smashing also was not so powerful but sharp enough to make the opponent difficult. So I think that's all the introduction for the both pair in the match that we want to analyze. So the objective of this match analysis is to make a comparison of a successful and unsuccessful smashes and service between the winning pair and the losing pair. So we proceed with the next presenter that will explain even further regarding the detail or the data that we get from this analysis of the tournament. So we proceed with the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Nur Alida Shafika binti Aliman. My metric number is 2019339049. So this is the variable in badminton. We choose firstly is smash, success and unsuccess. Second is serve and success and unsuccess. Third, drop, success and unsuccess. Fourth, defend, success and unsuccess. And last two is forced error and unforced error.
Let's proceed to the frequency table for Japanese pair and Indonesian pair. In this table, as you can see, we got 6 performance indicators, which include smashing, drop, serve, forced error, unforced error, and defense. So let's proceed to the first PI, which is smash. From this table, Yuta Watanabe and Hiroki Endo from Japan have success made 82 over 86 of smashes, while they only got 4 unsuccessful smashes along the game. And compared to the Indonesian pair, which is Kevin Sanjaya and Fernaldi Gideon, their successful smashes is 140, and for unsuccessful is 3 over 143 total smashing in the game. So you can see here from the data, Indonesian pair have made a large or more of smashing during the game. This happened because their tactical on that day is to attack, while Japanese tactical on that game is to defense. That's why the data shows that Indonesian pair have made great total smashing. And let's go to the next performance indicator, which is drop. From the data you can see here, the successful drop from Japanese pair is 26 over 28, and we got unsuccessful data is 2 over 28, which means that less error that Japanese pair have made during their drop action. While for the Indonesian pair, we got 47 over 49 and only 2 over 49 for unsuccessful drop. From the data you can see here, again we can see that the Indonesian pair have made a great attacking tactical. That's why their numbers or their total numbers of drop in that game is more than Japanese pair. Then we go to the serve performance indicator. As you can see here, the Japanese have made 56 over 57 of successful serve, while only 1 over 57 action of serve that are unsuccessful. While for Indonesian pair, they have made 38 over 42 of serve during action, while they only got 4 unsuccessful of serve during that game. So from the data or from the total serve, we can see here that Japanese pair have made great successful serve because they want to less their error during the game, while Indonesian pair have made great unsuccessful serve during that game because of their anxiety. As you can see here, the Indonesian only got 4 unsuccessful serve. From the data we can see that Indonesian pair have made many mistakes during the serve, and that's why the Japanese have successfully made more successful serve compared to the Indonesian pair. Next we go to the force error. In the force error, if we want to compare the data, the Japanese pair have made 16 force error, while the Indonesian pair have made 33 force error during that game. So from the data you know that which of the pair that have made a great force or the great attacking play. And as you can see here, Japanese team have pushed the Indonesian until they make a mistake, until they make a force error that are double number of force error than Japanese. So the Japanese team successfully attack the Indonesian pair until they make mistake. Next we go to the unforced error. So the total unforced error data from this frequency table, you can see here that Japanese pair only make 8 of unforced error, while Indonesian pair have made 24 unforced error. This greater comparison number shows that Indonesian pair are really not performing well, while Japanese pair are lessen their unforced error to make sure they win the game. So less unforced error will produce better performance. Then we go to the last performance indicator, which is defense. So the total defense for Japan is 192, and the total defense for the Indonesian pair is 122. From this data, you can see from the Japanese pair defense, successful the defense is 170 over 192. This show the greatest number compared to their unsuccessful defense. And next we go to the Indonesian defense data. They have made 100 success of defense compared to the 22 unsuccessful defense. So from the data of unsuccessful numbers, as you can see here, they have made the same unsuccessful defense, while for the data of the successful defense is different. And 170 compared to the 100, which means that Japanese team have made great defense during that game, and they have made a successful defense during that game. So conclusion for that frequency table is actually from this data you can see that Japanese team have made a defense tactical compared to the Indonesian team, which they attack more on that game.
Scatter diagram, the performance indicator that we chose is the smashing. So from the scatter diagram above, the blue color represents the Japanese pair and the red color represents the Indonesian pair. So throughout all the third set of the scatter diagram, it shows that the losing pair, which is the Indonesian pair, has more smashing, which means that has more attacking compared to the winning pair. However, even though they have more attacking and more smashing than the Japanese pair, they still lost the game, and hence we can conclude that due to the unforced error and the forced errors caused by the Indonesian pair, this lead them to lose the game despite having a lot of smashing opportunity and attacking opportunity compared to the winning pair, which is the Japanese pair. And the performance indicator that we choose is the service. So this is the example of this question analysis. Okay, so this question analysis is actually the service that we choose for both pair, and of course by knowing who is the winner of the game, we know that who has the highest service. So this means that the Japanese pair has the highest service because they have more points to win the game throughout the 3 sets, and hence this is why they have the higher service percentage. And all of the service is actually a short service, no flick service, and there has no error in the service compared to the Indonesian pair.
And next we go to the winner percentage smash, which is Yuta Watanabe and Hiroyuki Endo. From this chart, we can see that successful smash is 95%, while unsuccessful smash is only 5%. From the result above, we know that 95% is higher than the 5%, which means that the Japanese pair have made less error during their smash. And because of that, their performance also increased, and that's make the opponent team pressure and make the team proceed to the final rounds. So the less error during the smash, which means that the better performance on that game.
We will proceed to the smash percentage from the Indonesian partners Kevin and Gideon. As we can see from the result above, the total smash is 143. For the success smash is 140 over the 143, which is 98%, and the unsuccessful is 3 over the 143, which is 2%. This shows the Indonesian partners pairs have more attacking chances, however, despite inconsistency, as they only have 2% of unsuccessful smash. Having a high percentage of the smash, it's not they still lose games due to other unforced errors such as poor netting, miscommunication, and treble defense. We know that the Indonesian partners is a great gameplay with their smash and their attacking gameplay. This is caused the Indonesian pairs to lose the game despite having a high success smash percentage with less successful smash percentage. So they not using their opportunity and they cannot find the weakness of the Japanese defense.
For the successful serve, they got 95%. For the unsuccessful serve, they got 5%. This is because partner for Kevin, which is Gideon, made a lot of unforced errors, so they have been lost a lot of point there uh, towards their match, which is Japan. To the next slide, which is winner Watanabe and Endo, which is Japan team. For serve percentage, they have successful, they have 98%, and unsuccessful, they have only 2%. So what can we conclude that in the match? From the unforced error that made by Indonesian team have give their advantage to the Japan team to gain more point than Indonesian team.
We proceed to the smash diagram from the from the Japan, Endo and Watanabe. For the first set, they win by the 21 for the Japan and 11 for the Indonesia. So the total smash from the Japanese pairs is 33 and their successful smash is 30 and unsuccessful smash is 3. We know that this show Japan pairs was in good smash. On the left side, we can see on the left side they get 20 over 30, which is 61%, and the right side is 10 over the 33, which is the 30%, and for the successful hit the net is 3 over the 33, which is 90%. So we know that the play style from the Japanese pairs is more on defensive because we can see the match Indonesia more attacking to the Japanese territory and their gameplay like to defensive. On the diagram show that for the second set, Japanese pair lose the game, which is the 15 for the Japan and 21 for the Indonesia. The third smash for the second set is 16 and successful smash is 12 and unsuccessful smash is 4. So we can see here in the diagram, chord diagram show that 4 over 16 on the left side, which is a 25%, and X smash 60% over 60%, which is a 50% on the right side, and unsuccessful smash, which is the 4 over 16, 25%. So as the result show that pair of Japan was miscommunicated with each other and lead they lose for the second set. Okay, for the last set, for the Japanese pair, we can see here, for the third set, Japanese pair win 21 for the Japan and 10 for the Indonesia. So the total match for the third set is 21 and their successful smash is 21, unsuccessful smash is 0. So this is how of Japan pair to winning the third set. We can see here on the diagram show on the court. For the left side is 10 over 21, which is 48%, and 11 over 21, which is 52% on the right side. So they show the game to winning for the third set. They are waiting for the mistake from the Indonesia pairs and they use the opportunity to winning the games. Okay, we move to the Indonesia pairs. They lose for the first set, which is 21 for the Japanese and 11 for the Indonesia. The total smash for the first set is 55. Successful smash is 53 and unsuccessful smash is 2. We can see here on the diagram show that 27 over the 55 for on the left side, which is the 50%, and 26 over the 55 on the right side, which is 47%. And the unsuccessful error of smash is 2 over the 55, which is the 3%. This is show that Indonesian pairs have a good consistency of smashing, as they only make a 3% of the unsuccessful smash. However, despite having a good successful smash, consistency with a minimal unsuccessful smash, they still lose for the first set due to force error, make a big mistake, unforced error, and miscommunication between the Indonesian pairs, and hence lead to their lose in their first set. Okay, on the second set, for the Indonesian pairs, they winning the game, which is the 15 for the Japan and 31 for the Indonesian pairs. The total smash for the second set is 53. Successful smash is 52 and unsuccessful smash is 0. And we can see the diagram chord figure. For the left side is 32 over the 53, which is the 60%, and the right side is 21 over the 53, which is the 40%. So, as the result show, they managed to win the second set, as the smashing and attacking gameplay created by the Indonesian pairs caused the opponent to make a forced and unforced error. If you see the gameplay from the Indonesian pairs, they find the mistake from the Japanese pairs and they get the opportunity to winning on the second set. Okay, for the last set for the Indonesian pairs on the smash diagram, for the third set they lose the game 21 for the Japan and 10 for the Indonesia. So the total smash for the third set is 35 and successful smash is 34 and unsuccessful smash is 1. So we can see here on the figure that show that 21 over 35 on the left side, which is a 60%, and 13 over the 35 for the right side, which is 57%, and their unsuccessful smash is only 1, which is the 3%. For the diagram shows, we can conclude that the Indonesian pairs has low attacking chances in the third set because the Japanese pairs know the attacking gameplay from the Indonesia pairs. This is because the Indonesian pairs are unable to create the attacking chances and hence them to play defensive.
First, we go to serve diagram for loser, which is Kevin and Gideon from Indonesian team. It consists of 3 sets, which is first set they lost 21-11 with Japan. So the total serve that they made is 12. The successful serve is 11 and the unsuccessful serve is 1. So from the slide, we can see that the left side is 6, the right side is 6. From the first match, what can I observe is when Gideon pairing with Kevin, he made a lot of unforced error due to the anxiety feeling that he can't control, so it affects his performance. For the second set, we can see that Indonesian team have win 21-15 towards Japan. So the total second set is 19. So they made successful serve with 18 and unsuccessful serve with 1. From the slide, we can see the diagram shows that the left side is 10 serve and the right side is 9 serve. See, from the observation from the match given, showing that from the first match, they did not perform well. So for the second set, they performed really well. So they win. They win the second set. For the third set, they lost 21-10 with Japan. So the total serve is 10. So the successful serve is 10. In the diagram, we can see that 5 on the left side and 5 on the right side. From the match, we can it shows that Indonesian team has lost their motivation due to the gap of the point differences between Japan and Indonesian is high. So the motivation, their motivation decreasing. So they lost the match. Okay, we start from serve diagram for winner, which is Endo Watanabe for Japan team. For the first set, they win 21-11. For the total serve in first set, they got 20 serve and all of them is successful serve. So it will divide into two, which is for the left side, they got 10 serve and the right side, they have 10 serve. Okay, from the match, it shows that they win this set because of the unforced error that made by Indonesian team that give their advantage for them to lead the game. So the second set, they lost 15-21 with Indonesia. The total serve for the second set is 15 and all of them is successful serve. For the left side, they got 8 serve and the right side, they got 7 serve. Okay, from the match, from the video, we can see that Indonesia boost up their performance and perform really well to win for the second match. For the last set, for the serve diagram, the third set they win 21-10 with towards Indonesian team. For the total serve, for the third set is 20 and successful serve they made is 19 and unsuccessful serve is 1. So 10 serve at the left side and 10 serve at the right side. From the match, we can see that the two teams struggling themselves to win the game.
Okay, next we proceed to the bar chart for smashing. So for the winner, 95% is success and only 5% is unsuccessful. But for the loser, they have high compared to winner, which is 98% success and only 2% unsuccessful. So we can see that the loser team make a lot of attacking, without making a lot of mistakes compared to the winner team. So next is serve. So for the serve, 98% is for the winner and only 5% for the loser success. So here, serve winner team conquer where they get for 98% success in serve. But for the loser, they good in smashing. They good in attacking without making a lot of mistakes, but they still making mistake in serve. So for the winner, they make mistake in smashing, but still cover up during the serve.
So for the conclusion, we can see the comparison result from Japanese team and the Indonesian team in terms of their percentage, diagram and chart above. Even though the Indonesian pair are the current number 1 in the ranking with better performance on that day, it lead Japanese pair to win the game. The key to success is to make less error during smash performance. The high consistency of smash performance made the Japanese pair perform better than Indonesian pair. Based on the forced error from above, the both team, it showed that Japanese players have made less forced error compared to the Indonesian pair, which made 16 error, and Indonesian pair have made 33 forced error. This shows that Japanese players are more consistent in attacking and defending. They always have a good returning shuttle from opponent, and they also have a good strategy, even though on the second game the Japanese player lost. Next, the most important thing is to always make less unforced error. The opponent will have high opportunity to win the game if the player makes more unforced error. Just as in this game, Indonesian pair have an excellent number of smash, but they also commit high number of unforced error. Therefore, they lost to the Japanese pair with their own unforced error. So the coach need to train their athletes and always remind their athlete to control their unforced error during the game. As you can see from the above, the results show that the highest of the total drop in favor of Indonesia, with a total drop is 47 success and 2 unsuccessful. This technique is used frequently on sets 2 when Indonesian try to attack a Japan area to ensure their payback on their second sets. Besides that, Japan's drop is 26 for successful and only 1 for unsuccessful drop. Japan used strategy to not be aggressive to ensure the opponent from Indonesia become fatigued after aggressive gameplay. This result show Japan's weakness in the second sets. They cannot counter the drop from Indonesian strategies. From the world have heard the best counter and defense technique from Japan's. They are good to counter smash, net play, and others. In the semi-final second sets, they show weakness to counter the drop action from Indonesia. This technique successfully removed the Japanese fortification on the second sets. The end of the result, Japan won the third sets. In this match, we conclude that Indonesia failed to capitalize on the golden opportunity to win the third sets. If they use the opportunity, they will continue a journey on the final. Other than that, it's a recommendation for the coach to make sure the athlete is always training on their accuracy, especially the game that involves small thing or a target. With high precision and accuracy ability, the game or performance of the athletes will also improve. Other than that, the coaches also needs to train their athlete in terms of their endurance capability. For example, even though the Japanese player win the overall game, they also lost in their second sets. This is because the number of smashes during the second set is 15, while the first and the third set of the smashes is above 20. This shows that even though accuracy is important during smash, without consistency, it will give opportunity towards opponent to win the set. So, if the athlete strategy is to win in the straight game, therefore they need to have endurance ability just to have a consistent number of smash for that game. So that's all from us. I hope you understand and enjoy this presentation. Thank you.